Blue's good. I like the blue.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is day 3 of the JVology giveaway. Corey?
Yeah, day 3. I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. So we are your hosts. I'm Krista Inikovsky, and with my compadre here,
Corey Fazette.
Yes. And we have a whole lineup of really incredible experts who are contributors in this giveaway, which is all about you. So whoever is watching, wherever you are, this is all about helping you up level both your business, your personal life, your health and wellness. Health and wellness is kind of a theme today, but we're going to cover a lot of topics. Right, Corey?
We have some money matters. We have some lead generation, a few sales thrown in there. I think also one business development, but otherwise our topic today is health and wellness, which is a good one.
It really is, because no matter what you're doing, you don't have anything without your health. And there's always something to up level.
Yeah.
I was actually scrolling through the gifts. I know you've been looking through the gifts. Have you selected any yourself yet, Corey?
I haven't gone in yet. I'm probably going to do that at the very end. But certainly through the first few days, there have been many that I've been interested in. So I'm looking forward to going there.
Getting to hear these, hear from the experts themselves. You're like, oh, wow, there's really a lot of great content here.
Yeah.
So I was
scrolling through there.
Speaking of health and wellness, I was looking at Elaine Gibson will be on later this afternoon. Dr. Christian Turbide will be here, and they have some sort of there's cleansing and gut health and that sort of thing, which I'm really interested in. And my kids are homeschooling, as I guess many of us are, and so I was like, this is really fun. I was telling my daughter about it. We'll pull up some recipes and learn how to make some really healthy smoothies and things that can kickstart, because I get very uninspired in the kitchen. So I'm looking forward to taking advantage of those.
Yeah, and I think anything that we can use to help energy, right? If you're an entrepreneur or you're just trying to get through this period of this pandemic, like with kids at home and everything like that, I find if I'm not taking care of myself, my energy is depleted at the end of the day, and I just feel like, oh. So any tips or tricks or products or ideas that I can use to help me with that, I'm up for.
Yeah, absolutely. Even hi there, Mary. How are you?
Excellent. How are you?
Hi.
Great. So we're going to go ahead and kick off our very first guest expert speaker on today's show, Mary Sloan. Where are you coming in from, Mary?
I'm coming in from just south of Vancouver, British Columbia. I live in Richmond.
Oh, nice.
The home of the airport. Is that exciting?
Yeah, that's what I always think of when I hear Richmond, is you're by the airport. But it's a beautiful area too.
Well, beautiful.
Well, and it's also by the ocean and by the river and all those good things. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah, welcome.
That's fantastic. So what brings you to the giveaway, and what are you contributing? I'd love to learn a bit more about you.
I am giving away, the first thing is my challenge. And challenges are always free, but the videos and the things that go along with them and the trainings that we get during the challenge will be given to the people in this challenge who come through this giveaway. And it will also likely give you a very nice discount on the price of the product that I'm going to offer afterwards.
Excellent. So define aging. Am I reading that correctly? That's exactly what Corey and I are up to, right?
Right. Whoop, little feedback there. Yeah, who isn't up to defying aging?
Yeah, exactly. And, it's interesting that I've always been into anti-aging. I mean, I think I started anti-aging skincare at the age of, 23. It seems like something that's been in my information circles for a very long time. And I never sort of thought it was a good idea to look old or think old or be old or anything else. It seemed like a really bad idea. I was raised in a family where my grandparents lived with us, and so I had the sad realities of aging around me from a very young age. And
That's interesting. That's interesting that you took that, like seeing what your experience of aging and just, I guess, the lack of health that goes along with that, and decided that's not for you. You wanted a different way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, my grandma, who I loved and was our cook, lost her sight when I was 13. And I ended up actually learning to cook as a result, because she didn't want to eat anybody else's cooking. And my mother taught music all the time, so she was never there. And her cooking skills were making taffy. And I mean, she could burn a water pot, you know, so.
I resemble that remark.
Does that sound familiar? Somebody else here is good at burning water and other things too.
So no, you didn't want my mother anywhere near the kitchen. So as a result, it was me and my grandma. You know, but you saw the signs of aging from a very young time, and I went, that's not for me. That's not good. You know? And we're really lucky now that science has made it possible, not only for us to stop aging, but actually to start to reverse the process. Now, you know, let's be really clear. I'm not talking about chronological aging. We can't do anything about that. The years are going to pass, you know, one after another. Birthdays come, birthdays go, and the years pass. But what I am talking about is biological aging, because you don't have to be your chronological age. You know, I set out, one of my goals was to be 75 and to have a biological age of 50. Very doable. And, you know, I think that that's something that we can all aspire to, especially since it's all about our habits. You know, and our habits are something that we took on from a very early age. Mm-hmm. And most of them were terrible because they didn't know any better. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I learned to hate sugar, but many people in the situation would have loved sugar. My mother lived on fudge. As a, you know, she couldn't cook, so she lived on fudge. And, but it was like so yucky and so always available. It was like barf. I know.
Mary, are you saying that it's a problem if you like to live on fudge?
No, but it ages you.
Yeah, the sugar, right? The sugar.
The sugar. And my mother was so upset that, you know, at the tender age of 78, she actually developed type 2 diabetes. Can you imagine how rude that was for someone who's lived on sugar her whole life? I mean, how could you imagine that?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, tell us, Mary, I want to know, what are some of the things that you are teaching people that help create this younger age, this younger feeling age?
Well, my challenge is going to be all about discovering the habits that age us, so that you can start to do something about it, because you've been taking on habits for your entire life. And so it's going to take some time to kind of put in different habits. But we need to start now. I mean, the best time to start was 10 years ago, but assuming you didn't, the second best time is now.
No.
And, you know, once you know what is causing the problem, then you stand a good chance of being able to remedy it. But until you know that, like my mother and her sugar, she had no idea that she was making herself sick. Nobody told her, you know, and was shocked that, oh my goodness, how could I possibly get diabetes? I'm not diabetic. I didn't have that. But that's what's heading our way, and is heading the same way for everybody. And that's something that I'd really like to help people stop and prevent. And so our challenge is going to be all about the habits that in fact are aging you. And then we'll start to see, if you'd like to know, what you can do about them, and what you can do to replace them with habits that are going to turn your age back the other way and reverse that age.
Can you call out maybe 3 really common ones off the top of your head that you see people making that mistake, habits that are really common, that are sabotaging their
Sugar.
in health?
Sugar is a good one.
Sugar.
Sugar is ubiquitous.
Sugar.
Sugar's in everything. And sugar, it's so, scientists now say that if sugar were discovered today, it would be a type 4 drug. It is that addictive and it is that dangerous for you. The harm that it does is just absolutely huge. And yet we don't even see it. I searched, if I go to pick up a product, which I seldom do, we usually eat just fresh vegetables and, a variety of protein. And, but, if I picked up a product, like one day I was really thirsty standing in just a store waiting to be served. And I walked over to this thing and looked at an iced tea thinking, oh, they can't adulterate iced tea. Come on, tea and water is good, Pick it up, 40 tablespoons of sugar in this little 8-ounce bottle. And it's like, oh my God, no wonder we're killing ourselves,
Yeah.
And it's just all over the place. And people don't know how bad sugar is, and they don't know how much it is aging and killing us. Wheat and grains is another one. We love our breads.
Yeah.
Just bring on the bread. Let's have some more bread. We better have bread for lunch. Gosh, we better have sandwiches for lunch. Oh my God, bread with, great buns with dinner. It goes on and on. Let's have a bun with our hamburger. Let's have, and again.
I just want to ask a couple quick questions before we start to wrap up.
Sure.
I don't know who the gift is really good for. Who should be paying attention to this and going, yes, I need to get on the giveaway and take advantage of Mary's free gift?
This is for people who really know that they don't want to get older and they'd like to live young for a long time, and that they actually really care about their health and not ending up. I think COVID-19, should have been a fear factor for a lot of people. Do you really want to end up in a nursing home where you can't care for yourself?
Right.
And that is the end of life that a lot of people have accepted, and it's not necessary. So for anybody who sees that and no, not me, that's who I want to attract.
Oh, good. Thank you so very much. All right, we're going to end with our fun random question that we have for you, and yours is: what is this? Excuse me. What is the strangest family tradition in your family?
Strangest family tradition in my family. I guess it's probably cheese fondue on Christmas Eve.
Nice. I thought you were going to say fudge for breakfast. But, all right.
Thank you so much, Mary, for being here and taking part in this. And over in the health and wellness section of JVologyGiveaway.com, find Mary Sloan. The gift she's giving is identifying the 5 habits that age you, valued at $997. Wow. And this applies to anybody that doesn't want to, have a, the biological aging happen and slow it down. And who doesn't want that? I know I do. So get that gift, click on Get Gift and connect with Mary. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
All right, this aging piece is so interesting. I'm looking at.
It's like
Oh, well, hello, Elaine. How are you?
Hi. You girls are having way too much fun. I'm glad you invited me to the party.
We're happy you're here. You always add a lot of fun energy to a party. I've experienced that myself.
I mean, my dancing music going on.
Exactly. If there's music playing, Eileen's dancing.
That's for sure. Well,
That's awesome.
So great to have you here. now we're going to kind of step out of the health and wellness theme and over into the space of money matters, because that is your realm of expertise, and you do a whole lot to add value to our JVology members and people all across the world. So tell us more about what you are up to today.
Well, thank you so much. Actually, I'm getting ready to fly on a plane tomorrow, my first trip since February, since the last time we saw each other. So
that's exciting.
Even though today is all around the health and wellness and fitness, your money is a part of your health and your wealth, right?
Yeah.
So today I want to share with you what's going on with us in Credit Know-How. That's the name of the business, and I'm your financial architect for business. And basically what we do is we look at the numbers that people don't really want to look at. So when we're working with our clients, we make sure that you get all of your financial data in one platform so that now you know what metrics to look at, what your revenue models are, how to make all that happen so that you're generating the sales that you want to generate. And we also walk you through your personal credit world, because that's a precursor to getting business credit built. And that's the biggest thing that I love to do for my clients is get that business credit so they're not using their personal credit. So this is all about getting the money numbers all in one place.
That's so helpful. That really, it's organizing them, right?
Exactly.
And having them all in one place. That would be the key for me.
And I think you're right. It is an area that perhaps we tend to avoid. You know, it's not the fun part of business necessarily. So
sure. We get all excited when we have the sales coming through and we're like, oh man, I did this and this, but then
and where did the money go?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I worked so hard to make that happen. Where is it all?
Right. Exactly.
Can you share with us your gift? We'll pull that up on the screen and you can tell us really who it's for and what it's all about.
I was really big there.
Corey was jumping in there. So the gift that I have for all of the attendees is the Financial Architectural Blueprint. And this is a 3-module course that's going to walk you through the beginning of getting all your cash flow control plan together. So gathering the data that you need to get, even though we try to avoid it. And we're going to put it all into one place. And we're going to start with your home cash flow budget. We're going to start with your business budget and your spreadsheets, the balance sheet, get all of that into one platform so that you have accessible knowledge as you are working through, generating the sales that you're generating for your business. Then we're going to move into your personal credit because I cover people all over North America, the States and Canada. And we're going to look at the personal credit and we're going to make sure that you are maximized to be able to get the funds that you want to get for your business. And then the third module is all about the business credit. It's my favorite topic. I have had the opportunity to help so many entrepreneurs to get it off of their personal credit and get it into the business credit world. And when you have a business, it just makes it so much easier to get as much money as you really need to grow your business. So this platform is going to walk you through the foundational pieces of what you need to do. So I highly recommend that you grab it. It is something that I offer for free, obviously for here, but people pay me upwards to $2,000 for this program, depending on how much time they actually want with me.
Mm. And you actually said, Eileen, and it's helpful, I think, for people to know listening from all over that you work with people in Canada and the United States. I know we've called on you a couple times talking about, I think, banks, because, having our US JVology and all that and trying to figure out, because it's different, right? It's different in Canada.
It is. Now, in Canada, you have RBC. So that's your biggest bank. And they do have a reciprocal agreements with the states so that you can open up your bank accounts in the states. There's fees for doing that with RBC because they want to make a profit too. Why not?
What bank doesn't?
Exactly. Exactly. And there's other strategic ways when I talk with my Canadian clients, because I have several actually, that there's other tactics, I'll use that word, that we can do to get you into the States.
Right.
So that we can get you the business funding that you want to get to.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah.
With your gift, who is the best client for you? Are these entrepreneurs, are they business owners? Is it people who have debt? Like who really should be paying attention and grab this?
Yes, and yes. So my ideal client is people. you're breathing, right? But if you try to serve everybody, you're serving no one. So we won't do that to you. So entrepreneurs who are either just starting their business, they have an idea, they haven't really gotten incorporated yet, and they're looking to move forward and get that done in the correct way, because how you set up your business and your business foundation is going to make a difference on how the funding is achieved, because the way you list yourself. And it's also for the entrepreneur who's been in business for 2 years or more, because you may be expanding and you're still bootstrapping, as we call it. You're still using your personal credit lines to be able to get what you want to get. And we want to get you out of doing that so that you can maximize the business end. And the reason that's so important is because in your personal credit, the highest credit card limit that you have is going to determine how much you can start to get on your business side. If you have a $10,000 high limit card on your personal world, you can get 100 to 200,000 in the business side. You can actually leverage. Yes, there's so many wonderful tricks.
Interesting.
Yes. So I start with people's personal credit first. And every entrepreneur needs to have that reviewed, because you need to know your numbers.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know, girls, I'm all about the numbers.
That's great. I mean, take advantage of that. It's just good to know and know what their options are, because it's, you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly. And that's why my company is called Credit Know-How. You have to know how to understand this so that we can maximize it and make it optimal for you to be able to get as much money as you want to get. Listen, we're in a crazy time right now this year. Everybody wants to just write this whole year off. But I got to tell you, I learned a lot from this, from being isolated, being home, being on Zoom calls, doing wonderful events like this. There's a lot of people out there that they need to have somebody to help them, to partner with them, to get these numbers together. I love numbers. I love getting it out of your head, getting all that data together, and then making it work for you.
Oh, that's so great. All right, Eileen, it is time for the fun random question of the day for you. And I've got one that's specifically for you.
Oh, no.
All
Make it
right.
a good one.
We are all going out tonight karaokeing. What song will you choose to sing?
So my favorite one is, this is an easy one for me, We Are Family. I have 3 sisters and we actually do this together.
Oh, that's a good one.
Sister Sledge is great.
Thank you, Eileen. Thank you so
You're
much for
welcome,
being
ladies.
here.
It was so nice to see you.
Yeah, you too. And I hope your flight all goes well
This is my first one.
Over in JVologyGiveaway.com, check out Eileen's gift, and it's under the Money Matters heading, maximize your capital and annihilate financial disarray. That's a good word. So get her gift valued at $497. Check her out. Eileen will help you out. She knows what she's talking about.
All right. So that fabulous commercial is all about the 5 Partners in 5 Days Challenge, which JVology is hosting next week. So we'd love everyone to sign up now. We can get that link in the comments. You can simply click it and get all signed up. Whether you are new to joint ventures or been doing them for years, we have so much success and such great feedback from the people who participate in the 5 Partners in 5 Days Joint Venture Challenge. We definitely want to invite you to get on board and join us. And there it is.
And the most, we're ahead of schedule, which is kind of nice. Oh, there it is. And the hardest part for any business is getting new clients, right? I mean, that's really what you need. So I think it's a great way to find people that are a fit for you too, and other JV partners who can help you out with bringing people in.
Yeah, that's so true. It's actually I think the most fun when we bring in people who aren't familiar with joint ventures and they get to see it for the first time. And the way that Jay teaches it and explains it and helps them find these partners really easily throughout the 5 days of the challenge, it just opens your eyes to a whole other way of doing marketing and getting exposure and bringing in additional revenue or income streams to your business, and also finding community. which today more than ever, I feel like we all really need and are looking for. And that's a big part of what JVology is.
Especially as we're all sitting at home on our Zoom, and you can go in and connect with people from all over the world. You don't feel like you're operating in a bubble or that you're alone. And our community has been, I think, really key for a lot of people during this time. As we even heard yesterday and the day before in interviews, I'm so happy to be a part of this community from so many of the people we've talked to.
Yeah, that's so true. From far and wide and getting more and more global. And so it's been great. All right, Corey, are we ready for our next guest contributor?
I think so.
She is. Hello, Charlene. How are you?
Hi. How are you?
Hi. Good
Welcome.
to see you.
Thank you.
So we haven't met before, so I get to find out all about you and what you're up to. So I'll let you kind of kick us off with who you are and what you are here to share with us.
Yeah. I'm Charlene, and I am currently helping entrepreneurs to find and connect with their true fans utilizing live virtual events. As we've all kind of experienced with COVID, that networking is becoming a bit more difficult because we're not able to meet in person by going to meetups or other networking events. And I have been running several virtual summits and networking sessions. And I've been able to help facilitate people to actually make it in a way that you actually make better connections or more deeper connections with people. And I've just had such amazing results with that I wanted to share that with other entrepreneurs. And so I am running a 5-day challenge to help you build your first live virtual event. The event you will be running will probably be only about an hour. It won't be a whole summit. It's quite a undertaking to do that in just 5 days. But you'll learn a lot of really great strategies and get a marketing plan going, which is really what you need so that you can get your event off the ground quite quickly. And especially with fall coming in September, October, it's a really great way to start connecting with your audience because we're going to start coming back inside.
That would be nice. All right,
Yes.
So tell me a little bit more. Are we talking like the tactics? Or are we talking communication skills? Are we talking how to show up? You've mentioned a couple of different things. Give me a little.
So in the challenge, we do build in 5 days. We're going to build essentially the marketing plan that for you to run your event. It's better if you have a bit more marketing runway. 3 to 4 weeks, but we help you to at least get the framework of the event going so that it's easy for you to create your offer landing page so that people can sign up for your event. And then the main thing that a lot of people forget is that the marketing is really, really critical. And I'm teaching you some strategies, more direct strategies than just going on social media and posting. And often that doesn't have a very high result, especially because people are afraid to do a live event because they're worried, what if nobody shows up, especially if they have a really small audience base. And I actually have a really small list as well, and I've been growing it. And these live events, there are strategies that you can do to ensure that you'll actually have quite a few people. I've had last time over 25 people live on my call, and I have a pretty small list. So it's very doable. It does take a bit of course, legwork, but I do give you outlines and plan and a strategy to do that. And we break it down into small bite-sized steps so that each day it makes it easy for you to build that.
That's great.
And then you build it. And then do you also, because obviously to have people there is important. You put all that work in, you want to have an audience and you want to have participants, but
Yeah.
do you also help people out with the actual mechanics and details around the event itself, or more the marketing of it?
I am helping some people with being on their event as sort of like the Zoom producer, being able to help them with some of the technical aspects of that. I'm not able to help everybody just because of time, but who I can help, I will. I'm also helping a lot with cross promotions and helping those in the challenge actually find partners that they could work to use, cross promote each other's events, as long as they don't, of course, coincide with the dates. But a lot of times there's overlap, but they can sort of partner together and leverage each other's communities as well. And so that's also been really great.
Excellent.
Is there a specific niche or type of business person that you like to work with, or does it really matter? Who do you work with mostly?
Right now, I'm really focusing on women entrepreneurs who sort of have either health or wellness business, and they're really trying to build a very dedicated, 1,000 fan base to kind of get that sustainable income going. So that's essentially who I'm really interested in helping out.
Oh, that's great. Well, you're here on the right day, the right audience, because we have some fantastic women in that space. And it is, to stand out is important, right? So to have your messaging that really connects with who you are and what you're up to, so that people will go, hey, that's the person I want to learn from. That's a challenge I want to take.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I do have a few bonuses in that I will be doing live Q&A session post challenge. So those who complete the challenge can come to a live Q&A with me, and we're talking about other strategies and a few other technologies that we can use to help boost those event numbers. And I'm also offering a strategy session, 30-minute free strategy session with me that you can book just by doing the challenge as well. So I am giving quite a bit of my time to be able to really help you get your event off the ground. I know a live event is very scary, but with the right strategies, you can really see a lot of success and essentially double every time you do it, which is so great, and just really have much more deeper connections with your fans and audience that you wouldn't normally have just through a video recording.
Right. All right. Oh, that's great. Now it's time for the fun random question.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Are you worried?
A little bit.
All right. What is the most random thing we would find in your purse?
Most random thing I find in my purse. I actually don't really carry a big purse. I only have a fanny pack because I have a very young daughter, and I need my hands to, of course, carry all my.
What's in the fanny pack, Charlene?
I actually don't have too many things in there. My masks, I guess. I carry a lot of masks because I seem to not really lose them, but you use it and then I put it down in the house and then I can't. And then of course, as soon as I'm out at the store when I need it, I don't have it because I didn't put it back. And so I carry tons of extra masks in my fanny pack there.
I think that's something we're all trying to get used to, isn't it? Just to have a mask on us. There's so many things to remember, and now I got to add that to the list. So that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know how it is in Canada, in the States. I'm actually here in Germany, but I'm Canadian. And so it's the rules change all the time. And so one day you go and you actually don't, you need the mask. And then it's a week later, they change rules and say actually you kind of don't need it. And so it's I don't know, disconcerting to know, should I wear it? Should I not wear it? Should I bring it? So I just try to always have it in case I go somewhere and then they won't let me in because I didn't bring the mask.
Exactly. So Charlene's coming all the way from Germany, and that's exciting just to talk to people all over the world. Thank you for being here today. And you are under the category of lead generation. So over at JVologyGiveaway.com, find Charlene and check out her gift, How to Find and Connect with Your True Fans, valued at $197. And she's got a 5-day challenge coming up related to getting your virtual event off the ground. So check out Charlene.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Great meeting you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right.
We're back.
Nice to have Charlene all the way from Germany.
Yeah, I didn't realize she was in Germany.
I didn't either. I should have asked which city. Well, great. So we have Kay coming up next, and there she is. Kay Wagner. How are you? Kay is one of our Mastery Elite members. She plays at a big level, a huge contributor, and up to some really, really impactful things. And I'm excited for you to get the chance to share that with everyone today, Kay. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Krista. Thank you, Corey.
Nice
You
to see
guys
you.
are on a marathon this week.
Yeah. Krista's used to doing this. This is my first time. I'm like, holy moly.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Like, what do I do if I have to go to the bathroom? So you just don't.
Yeah. No bio breaks for you.
Exactly. Nice to see you.
Well, good too. Kay, I've seen a lot of action from you. You've got some wonderful things happening over that I see on Facebook, and you're really having a big impact. And so share with us what you're up to and who needs to be paying close attention to what you have.
Yeah, so I have some really exciting things going on, and thank you for the opportunity to share what I'm doing. In the back here, you see the X2 Forum, and the X2 Forum is my antidote to webinar fatigue. And so in the X2 Forum, what we do is experiential rapid learning and explosive growth. So what we're experimenting with is how do people learn and take in new concepts with experiential learning, not just being taught at, but actually experiencing things as well. So we have some really great experiential things going on, and people are like, whew, blow your mind kind of stuff.
I love this explosive
Yeah.
learning or explosive, engagement.
Yeah.
And I think that I love what you just said. It's not about being taught at, it's being like drawn in and keeping it interactive. So are there like tips that you're sharing, or how do we up level and make sure we're not just leading another boring Zoom call?
Right. So I've developed some techniques that we use to engender experiential learning. So experiential learning is basically your head and your heart, not just your head. So because you feel and experience through your heart, so to speak. So we do things like cue storming, which is where somebody presents a case and then the audience can ask questions, and the case presenter has no answers. And so it's very deep listening because you're just asking and asking and asking. They have no answers, so they don't have to defend, justify, explain away, and they can hear what they normally would already be trying to answer. So it really gets at your assumptions, right? And then we do another one, which is thumbs up, thumbs down. So 2 weeks ago, we did lead magnets, how to create lead magnets. And then what I did was I gathered about 8 different lead magnets from the big guys in the industry. And the group went through a thumbs up, thumbs down on the covers of the lead magnets. Like, would you download this? Thumbs up, thumbs down. You'd be surprised at the results. The next one that we're doing is one problem, 5 solutions. So we tested this last week. People come in, they have one problem, 5 people in the group either post or give a solution, and at the end, they pick one of the solutions. So there's just things that you experience. That's the X2 Forum. I'd love to, have people join it. And we do it every Monday at 4:00. It's like an experiential lab for me. Like, how do people experience learning and really get deep into things, not just being preached or talked at?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I think we should add the thumbs up, thumbs down to our team meetings, Corey. What do you think?
Yeah.
Michelle, you're in the background. We're going to add this to the JVology team meeting.
Plus you can do it digitally too, In Zoom, you can go thumbs up, thumbs down.
And experiential learning is so valuable. Like prior to JVology and Mastermind to Millions and all that, our business was personal best seminars. And we did like intense personal development work, and it was all experiential. So, and I would often get asked that, like, what does that mean? You can go to a talk or a workshop or a lecture and someone can get up and speak. And if that's what you're going to, and they're sharing a message, they're just talking to you. But experiential is you are involved in the learning, like your whole body, like you said, and it's easier. You remember the learning, and it gets more ingrained into your being. So it's interesting to apply that in this environment. That's fascinating to me that you do that.
Kind of like learning at a cellular level.
Exactly. Yeah.
Where a shift happens. And
Yeah.
so that's really important because, you know, you mentioned in this industry, if you will, Corey, and what I find to be really true is that the things that we use in personal lines of business or health and wellness or holistic lines really apply to any part of business, because we are people and we bring all of ourselves to the business. And I think we need to talk about the gift now.
I was just going to say, I'm waiting for that. Here it is. Let's talk
I know,
about
because we can talk about experiential
Crush
learning.
this.
Yeah, we could
I want
actually.
to hand motions now. I'm getting like into the whole experience of it. Crush it.
Yes, let's experience it. So along those lines of experiential learning, my gift is this lead magnet, which is Crush This, No Fail templates to enlist JV partners and quickly increase your list. So we're in JVology, right?
Yes.
All about JVing. So I had this lead magnet. It's been doing really, really well prior to the giveaway. Then what I did, if you take your cursor at the bottom, this gift includes the Crush It email templates guide and a 4-hour workshop to get you JV ready.
Wow.
So now this is blowing up my list because people are like, the 4-hour workshop. I want to tell you what's in the 4-hour workshop. The evaluation of your current lead magnet and teaching you how to create a new one. The sequence that you need for every JV partner. And there are 5 steps in that sequence. We're going to get everybody ready in every step, experiential learning. And then we're going to work together, and everybody's going to leave that workshop creating a JV ready one sheet. So you have a one sheet to give your partners so they know how to talk about you, right?
Yeah.
And then the final thing is, what is the next step after your JV partner promotes you? Because this is all part of a sequence to give your gift to the world and then have people come and work with you. And a lot of people stop before the come and work with you part. And so we want people to not only be JV ready, but to be ready for when they come and you give the actual gift and engage them. They pay you, you give value, everybody's happy. So that's what we're going to do in the workshop. And now here's the problem. Everybody's like, when is the workshop? Well, in order to deliver on this with experiential learning, I have to have smaller workshops. So now I think I have to have about 10 of them.
Oh, wow.
Seriously, I do.
Well, Kate, I signed up for this morning as I was going to the.
Good. Thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up for that one. The email part is what caught my attention. I struggle with writing email content. It's painful for me.
That's hard for people.
Yeah, some people Michelle, we love you, Michelle. That's what you do.
Right.
Luckily, nobody at JVology is asking me to write email, but for my teenage confidence coaching business, I do have to write my own. And so I'm going to be tapping into your expertise, Kay, on that. And then hearing that you're doing the JV one sheet is also really, really valuable. I mean, all of our Global Lounge members, the JVology Global Lounge members, should be grabbing this to get that framework as well.
Yeah, so if you come out of the workshop with the JV ready one sheet, I mean, that alone is going to save you a ton of time and money. And just one quick tip for you, Krista.
Yes.
For people who hate to write, don't think about it as writing. Think about it as developing an outline which you add words to.
Oh. Well, good. I'm very curious to take your workshop and learn more about that and get that going. That's very, very helpful. Who do you like working with most?
Well, let's just say
I don't mean like me specifically.
other than both.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I mean, what type of
right?
business person do you like?
I think the people that that I love working with the most are people who have a struggle with developing these sequences and developing this body of material. And so I find that, you know, as we all know, people can't see what they can't see. I've done this for a while, and I love creating above, a level above what people see for themselves. And in doing so, they experience an opening, not only in themselves, but also in their business.
There's a lot to this entrepreneurial space, isn't there? There's a lot to so many different pieces that we have to get right.
Yeah.
And this you know, showing up is a big part of that. I really know this, the idea of the interaction. I mean, you can tell I'm like in my box going, I want to be out of this little box on here. You know, when we're on stage, I have all this space. And so I love the idea of creating more interaction, more engagement. People get to move in and, you know, whether it's as simple as a hand motion, the way you're talking about asking questions, it's mixing it up. And we need all of that.
Yeah, it's all good. It's, you know, it's what we people need, because we can't sit here all day. We need to engage in other ways. And so now we have some restrictions and constraints that we can manage. And that's really what it's about right now, is managing those.
Well,
very true. And it takes sometimes another eye for us to help to promote ourselves. You know, like you're talking about the copy and all that. It's to just sit down, Krista, and do your own writing. Sometimes it's just to have other brains in there going, what about this? What about this? And you do this great. And oh yeah, I'd never communicated that before. So I can see that you would be able to help people with that.
Yeah.
That's going to be great. Well, Kay, are you ready for the fun random question that is being drawn out of the hat for you?
Okay. Should I be scared?
No, well,
I don't think so.
Grace isn't backstage today, so hopefully, well, not hopefully. I think she was in charge of the alien-based comments. She's as the Star Trek fan, so she had a lot of alien invasion type of problems. Now we have Michelle running the show, and this question is a lot more in line with my train of thinking.
Okay, good.
Which Disney character story most resembles your life? Or do you most relate with?
Oh gosh. Well, see, they're all princesses, and I'm not a princess. So I think maybe Ariel. And Under the Sea.
Yeah.
Coming up to where the people are. I want to go where the people are.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
That's a good one, Kay.
Yeah, it is a good one. Fun fact, I was a dancer at Walt Disney World years ago on Cinderella's Castle, and I sang that part of the song.
You did? Oh, seriously? Do.
Krista,
yes.
Kay, thank you so much for being here. And today, over at our JVology giveaway.com, you're under business development. So be sure to head over under the business development tab and look for Kay Wagner. The Crush This No Fail templates to enlist JV partners and quickly increase your list. And click on Get Gift, valued at $495. And there's a lot more stuff in there to check out as well. Templates guide for our workshop. You got it all going on. So thanks for sharing with us today, Kay.
Thumbs up for that one, Kay. Well done. And we're going to crush this.
We're going to crush this for sure.
All right. Great seeing you. You know, there is a lot to JVing, and Jay has created an incredible checklist. And if you are watching and you don't have the joint venture checklist yet, grab it. Grab it now. It's free. It is part of what Jay Facette, our founder,
Fearless leader.
Our fearless leader, who is very busy today, has provided for all of you. So if you are watching, whether you are a member or not a member hanging out with us, make sure you get this checklist. It'll help you really get going. It's, we've tried to convince them to change the name because people get this and they go, this is not a checklist. This is like a thesis.
Yeah, I'm actually just sending him a note saying seeing if he's got a minute to pop in. It looks like we have a few minutes to chat, but I'm not sure if that's going to work. So we'll just talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So there are a lot of things going on. This is a good time for an update. So right now we are day 3 out of 6 for the JVology giveaway. All of you who are watching, thank you so much for being here. We have more experts that are rolling in just a few minutes. And if you haven't already, it's really important that you go get your gifts. That's why they're here, right? They're being generous enough to.
And what I love about it is there's something for everyone, and I think Jay said at the very beginning when we started is that you're not going to opt in on all of them, right? Like there's so much. So pick and choose what's relevant, what you're needing support with, what interests you. And that's why having all the different areas, lead generation, personal development, health and wellness, money mastery, like there's something for everybody.
Yeah, there really is. And that's the other cool thing is our community that we have here at JVology attracts experts in all different types of fields. Like it's whatever you're passionate about, from sales, marketing, lead generation, health, wellness, mindset, working with teens. That's what I do. It just gives you, it gives us such a well-rounded community that it just is really, really fun. So grab that checklist. Coming up next week, which you can go ahead and sign up for right now, is
there he is.
Speak of the devil. Here he is. Who did that?
I said we're ahead of schedule, and if you want to pop in and talk about anything coming up, then join us for a minute or two. So
next week is the 5 Partner in 5-Day Challenge. We would love every single one of you, whether you have done this before or not, to join us for the 5 partner. We always say, because it looks cute, right? 5 partners in 5 days. But I'm telling you, if you contribute, you will, or if you play full out with us, you will get more than 5 partners. And people are doing it time and time again. Did you say 8?
How are you guys doing? I said, hey.
Hey. You don't get 5 partners, you get 8 partners.
Like 8?
Well, you know, Kimberly Hotshide got 37 for crying out loud. It was crazy.
Oh, seriously? Wow.
Yes. It happens all the time. I literally am jumping on an interview in 3 minutes. So that's about exactly the amount of time that I have to hang out with you two.
For anyway.
Yeah.
So I have been relegated to filler. Is that how that goes?
Yep. Well, if you wanted to say anything about the challenge coming up next week or JVology Live coming up the end of September, that's what we're chatting about.
Well, I just finished an interview with one of our other contributors, Debbie Hoffman, and jumped off. And what we were talking about there that I'd like to just articulate here is that the thing about the challenge, the 5 Partners, 5-Day Challenge, is that that's just, it's really nothing more than us living one of our core values, as this giveaway is one of our core values, which is a joint venture is a game of I'll go first. And every single one of our contributors is playing that. It's like, hey, I'm going to give you something of value that will move the needle in your life and in your business. And so for us, that next piece is the 5 Partners in 5 days is, frankly, I think one of the best, and by the way, I'm saying this in all Canadian humility, because a dear friend of ours, Alina Vincent, who I think has actually perfected that 5-day model. We've had hundreds of her clients participate and actually say, it's like, oh Lord, this was the most comprehensive challenge in terms of the quality of the content, the community that was built, and the results that are delivered. So, when I say I think we knock it out of the park, like we freaking knock it out of the park. And And my point is, you don't have to just go and dive right into the JVology Live, although you probably should. Like, let us do exactly that. We'll give to you first. We'll quite literally deliver you. I think it was Mustafa in the last JVology Live, Saturday afternoon, not even halfway through, had 33 partners. He said it filled his calendar for the year on like halfway through. So like, just let us freaking deliver to you, and then decide about how you want to come play with our community. Because the truth of the matter is this: we will give you a steady stream of perfectly qualified leads and recurring passive income. And by the way, I was joking because it must be like the middle of the month, because as I've been on these calls today, it's like I've had like 3 little notifications of partners sending us money, and it's like, this is how it should go. I'm talking to you. People are sending us money. Yay!
It's working.
Anyway, yes. So on that note, I'm supposed to be somewhere else for an interview in a minute. Thank you for letting me repeat what I just said to Debbie.
Absolutely. All right. Well, have fun on your next interview. Say hello, and
Thanks for joining us.
bye.
Adios.
The feedback that I hear time and time again is that people love that we actually do the work that we are teaching, and it involves, people are getting involved, not just learning something, but we're giving opportunities to do it, to do the work. That's what the 5-partner and 5-day challenge is. It's the opportunity to get them create partnerships, be profitable, and then come to JVology Live, which is our 3-day online event at the end of September. Same thing. It's not 3 days of learning and then you go off and try to figure it out. It's 3 days of learning and doing and meeting and creating partnerships and tweaking your invitation and learning how to do it better, all happening. And so the way that Jay has put all of everything that we deliver, all of the programs, the events, even this one, like this whole giveaway was created as a way to showcase our members and showing them how they can, play, get out there, have partners, and do it. So anyway, excited for all this.
It's all good. Lots happening. I think
we are ready.
Cynthia down there. Are we ready to bring Cynthia on?
Yes, let's do it, Corey.
There she is.
Hi there.
Cynthia, how are you?
Good.
Well, welcome to the JVology giveaway. It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you. I've been enjoying watching all of these little video interviews. I feel like I know you two already.
Oh, good.
Nice
Good.
to meet
Well,
you.
we are excited to learn about what you do and what you're sharing with the world right now.
Okay. Where do you want to start?
So let's start with where do you live? Where are you tuning in from?
Well, that's kind of a trick question. I actually live up in the Sierra foothills in Northern California in a place called Coyoteville. So I'm pretty remote now. Got to drive through a creek to get to my house. And I moved there a couple years ago after 30 years in Silicon Valley. So I am in a beautiful rural environment with a bunch of horses and dogs and barn cats and animals like that. So.
Well, how nice. That sounds really wonderful. Yeah. And what is it that you do? We haven't met yet, so I'm excited to hear.
Well, I am a 4th degree black belt in mixed martial arts. I've studied martial arts more than 20 years, and that's not actually what I teach. I teach women how to be safe in the world in any situation, but it's not all about martial arts. And so I do that through a bunch of different vehicles, a bunch of different methods, and have created a bunch of online options because especially now, we can't actually get together and train in person and do any hands-on things. So I was actually I had a little bit of a leg up when COVID hit because I was already building online programs to help women learn the mental, emotional, psychological aspects of how to keep themselves safe, because that's really the big part. That's the major part. And everybody thinks it's all about fighting, and it's not really. And that was what I learned when I was doing all the martial arts. It was like a ton of fun and great workout, great self-discipline, but not the same thing as real world dangerous encounters. And so that's what I was called to do, is actually go help women learn how to deal with threats, whether it's mental threats, emotional coercion, financial things, any kind of potentially dangerous situation you might be in, whether it's your personal life or a business relationship or just out in the world. Having the tools to know how to keep yourself safe, or something I think we should all learn as we're growing up. But I mean, I'm asking you two, did you learn how to do that when you were growing up?
No,
I did not.
talking about it. No.
No, and we should.
Yes. Are you talking about both physical elements and mental? Is there a mindset to this? Is there an attitude about being safe and protecting yourself?
Absolutely. And that is one of the biggest myths, and it's one of the biggest assumptions people make when you talk about personal safety or self-defense, is that it is all about fighting. And the truth is 90% of it is mindset. It's your mental, emotional preparation. And that's really cool, because what do we all want is we want to not have to fight, right? I mean, really. So knowing how to recognize danger, recognize warning signs so that you can avoid it is an essential piece. Knowing how to de-escalate or change the dynamics of a situation so that it doesn't go sideways and turn violent. And then also, if you really have to go hands-on and be physical, which unfortunately sometimes we do, knowing how to tap into what we're actually designed to be able to do as human beings is the key. It's not all the stuff that I learned as a martial artist of all these beautiful choreographed, whiz bang, nifty tools. It's learning how to tap into what you're actually born to be able to do. That's why my business is Born to Be a Badass, and my podcast is Born to Be a Badass, because we are. And that's my goal, is to get people to tap into that.
And so also, it sounds like teaching women how to own their own power.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I talk a lot about the intersection of empowerment, embodiment, and self-defense, because that's really sort of the nexus where I work, is in the intersection of those three pieces.
I'm seeing here on your copy, it says, be prepared, not paranoid.
Yeah. Does that resonate?
It does. It does. It must be horrible for people who are in fear and are insecure with their surroundings or where they have to go, their environment. And so to be able to shift that and just come to a place of being solid and confident and comfortable and having the tools that you can teach people would just feel so much better.
It really does. And that is whether you have already experienced something, so you actually have a genuine reason to be concerned because you've already experienced something in your life, or you just know that there's stuff out there that could be dangerous to you. The number one thing that women tell me is they're tired of walking around in a state of hypervigilance. And so, you're right, like that preparation is what allows you to not have to be constantly worried and concerned about, am I going to be safe? Is it okay if I go here? Or, am I going to be okay if I do this with this person? So that's why the mindset piece is so important.
Cynthia, tell us about your gift. What is this that you're offering?
Well, I wanted to put together a gift that would really offer people a transformation in how they can be in the world and how they can keep themselves and their loved ones safe. And I wanted it to be something that would be quick to consume. So I combined two different pieces into the package. And one of them is a video masterclass called The Best Kept Secrets of Personal Safety. And the other one is my ebook, which is the 10 mindset shifts to move from victim to badass. And so the reason for the 10 best kept secrets is actually, I would like for them not to be best kept secrets. I would like for them to be common knowledge, right? So it's really the top three things that if you understand and know them, your relationship to safety and your ability to recognize danger and to know what to do is just totally amped up. So that's what the video training is about. And then the ebook, like I said, mindset is huge. It is the majority of keeping yourself and your loved ones safe, is having the right mindset.
Mhm.
And like, gosh, we could talk about that for 5 hours, but I wanted to distill it down into what I thought were like the 10 most important things for you to know. And that's what's in the ebook. And they're really quick, actionable, easy to consume pieces of information that will make you kind of go, oh, like,
Can you give us an example of one, Cynthia?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch I could share with you. One is understanding how to navigate through fear. And as with many things of self-defense, like, it doesn't just apply in a physical self-defense situation. It's something that, like, once you know how to do it, it applies across your whole life. But that's women's big concern, is like, if something happens, if I'm in an altercation or something is going on and I start to feel scared, I'm afraid I'm just going to freeze and not do anything. And so learning what fear really is and how to get through it and navigate through it and come up with a plan and take action is huge. And it's really not that hard once you learn how to do it. And it's one of my favorite pieces. So that's one. And another one that is...
I would love to hear more and more, but we are getting ready for our next guest. So if I can interrupt.
Absolutely.
I want to hit you with the fun random question.
Oh, no, it was in the fear loop about that.
I think this is a good one for Cynthia.
It is. It's actually fantastic. Well done, Michelle, down there in the studio. All right, Cynthia, what would be your superpower and why?
My superpower? Oh my gosh.
You probably have a lot of them.
I actually do. I was told by a woman that I worked with that my superpower is revelation. And she said, every time I hear you talk, every time I see you do something, every time I'm exposed to you, whether it's a blog post or a training seminar or in-person speaking thing, I come away just going, I didn't even know that. I never thought of things that way. Man, I wish I'd learned that earlier. And so, I mean, that's not one that I would have really identified for myself. But when she said it, I thought, yeah, I have that reaction a lot, is just women saying, wow, I never understood this way. I never knew this.
Right. That's a good superpower to have. And working with women, that's what you need, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Cynthia, for joining us. And I want to remind everybody to check out Cynthia's gift over at JVologyGiveaway.com. Under the health and wellness category, 10 mindset shifts to move from victim to badass, the Empowered Woman's Guide. So valued at $297, go get her gift. Thank you for being here.
All right. Oh my gosh, we have a pink background.
I just saw that. That's nice. I like that.
All because we are bringing in the referral diva herself, Virginia Musgrave.
Hey, ladies.
Hi.
Corey, I took one look at you again and I was like, who's that? Oh, it's Corey. Wait, one day I'll actually recognize you when I see you.
That's so funny. Oh my God, that's so funny.
I think like this is the start of a joke. Like 3 blondes walk into a Zoom room and
right, yeah. Oh, I can tell you a story about that offline, but not right now.
Yeah, I think we better just stop it there. There's no way.
Right there. Yeah.
Oh dear.
What's up, ladies?
So great to have you in the JVology giveaway once again. Mm-hmm. And you have such valuable information that you share with referrals. I know you have a blueprint coming up.
I do. Actually, the blueprint is done. I just don't know what the slug is on it. So I know Michelle's in the chat, so maybe Michelle can tell us what the link is. I have a tech team for that. But but that's not my gift, right? Like that's not my gift. Let's talk
about it. What do you want to talk about, Virginia?
What do I want to talk about?
You always have good things to say.
Look, all right. So let's talk about my passion, because I'm super passionate about helping solo entrepreneurs add a dependable, predictable 6-figure revenue stream to their business so they have the financial freedom to do the things that matter most and the time to enjoy it. And that all stemmed from a number of things. Sort of, if I go back to my history, was my dad was an entrepreneur, but he was also a workaholic. So we didn't see a whole lot of him. And, that created a whole bunch of interesting family dynamics, right? But when I decided to open my business, I was talking with an attorney who said, that he had been working with a firm and he hated it because he had to drive into work and he was there before dawn and he was leaving the house before his kids got out of bed to go to school. And then he was getting home after dinner, and sometimes he would get home after they had gone to bed, and he never saw his wife and he never saw his kids, and he was getting fat and unhealthy. And so he quit his job at the firm to become an entrepreneur. And I said, so how's that going? And he goes, well, to tell you the truth, it totally sucks. I'm at my office sometime before dawn and I leave for work before my kids get up, and I work all day and I'm eating fast food and I'm fatter than I was when I left the firm. And I still don't see my kids and my wife. And I think I'm going to get a divorce because at least back then I had money. So, that is the problem that I solve. If you are an entrepreneur and you have a purpose and a passion and you want to be with your family and you want to have your priorities in order, there's a way to do that. So I help entrepreneurs create that dependable first $100,000 revenue stream without a single dollar in ad spend and not a single Facebook click. So that's what I do.
How do you do that?
How do I? It's my sexy, snazzy business relationship building system. I feel like I should be like, buy one, wait, but there's two. Yeah, right. So no, I have a system because I think one of the biggest challenges of entrepreneurship is there is a myth that like everything happens organically. Like people are like organic traffic. I'm like, what the hell is that? There's no such thing as organic traffic.
Like, even in my backyard.
Right. Well, even organic vegetables you have to work for, like, in fact, they're harder than the not organic kind. Right. So,
right.
But we'll use gardening, right? Because building business relationships is like farming. A lot of people are out there hunting for clients, like Elmer Fudd, but that's not really the way we want to do it. I'm hunting for clients. That's not exactly how we want to do it. It's farming, right? So you need to, you need to have quality seed, which is your resources, and quality programming. You need to have fertile soil. You need to water it and tend to it. You need to go manually get bugs and deal with, if you're not going to put pesticides and stuff on your garden, then you have to go tend to it. And it takes a little bit more tending to than if you just spray pesticide or whatever on it, right? So when you're building relationships, there is no shortcut, and it's just not as simple as, we'll just go first, right? We'll just do that. And that going first is important, don't get me wrong, but you also need to go first with the right people. And the key here is you have to have clarity about who you are, what you do, who you serve, and why they should do business with you instead of anybody else, and be able to communicate it in a way that people can remember. So step one is you need clarity. The next step is you need to build community. And the way you do that is by going first, by sharing the resources that you have in excess so that it's not painful for you to share. It's just, it doesn't cost you anything to share whatever the resources are that you have. And so you begin to create community. You build bridges between people. So when you think about the three blondes going, in a Zoom room, right? I mean, we have relationship and it's triangular, right? It's not just one of us or the other. It's you have relationship, I have relationship, and then together we have that, and having a system for building that. And then of course, creating collaboration, and that takes leadership. So most people are out in the entrepreneurial community as solo entrepreneurs thinking that they don't need leadership skills because they don't have a team. But you do. It's called your network. And the people that are working for you on your team need your leadership, and they need you to be accountable to yourself and be able to lead yourself and keep your promises to yourself so that you can keep your promises to others. And that's at the heart of personal development. So it's a perfect trifecta: clarity, community, and collaboration.
Huh.
Great. Let's get this. I'd like you to tell us about your gift.
Okay.
With it up here where we can see it.
Yeah. I will do that. So quit prospecting, get referrals is how to get clients who object less, buy more, and share you with everyone they meet. And it's all about that clarity piece. Okay. It's all because without the clarity listen, I go to a lot of events, you guys, everything from JVIC to JVology to the New Media Summit to Podfest to BNI meetings to chamber meetings. Like I'm in a million kinds of events. And the number one missing aspect from most of the entrepreneurs that I meet is a lack of clarity about who they are, what are their intrinsic values, what's their worldview, what are their own personal biases, what kind of client psychographically do they really want to attract, and who is their ideal avatar. And they resist it because they're afraid that they're going to miss out on something. So that's FOMO, right? I was so excited when there was an acronym for this malady. I was like, FOMO, that's what it is. Thank you, acronym gods, right? So, but it really is. It's like, I don't want to work with, I don't want to work with medical professionals because there's all these other people that have teenagers and right? Like, I don't want, it's sort of, there's all these other people that could too. And you're like, well, you've got to narrow it in so that you have kind of, it's pretty funny. Like it's your dog whistle and they need to be able to hear your frequency.
Wow.
Right?
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So if I blow the dog whistle, it depends on the dog, which dogs will answer because not all dogs hear at the same frequency. Did you know that? Okay. So, you need your clarion call that your tribe hears and they go, oh, that's me. And the proof in the pudding that this works is Lululemon. So, you know the Lululemon brand?
Yeah.
The Lululemon brand has an avatar and her name is Ocean. She has a name, Ocean. She does. And it's Ocean. And Ocean is a sort of condo dwelling, the cool part of the city, not like the heart of Manhattan. Okay. It's sort of like Soho, right? Kind of sort of the upscale part. And she has $100,000 a year job and she loves doing yoga, right? Like so there's this whole sort of psychographic avatar. She has a boyfriend also. His name is Duke. And this is where Lululemon lost me, which is funny because 3 ladies in a Zoom room. It says, her avatar is Duke and like he likes to work out and this and that. And then it says, and of course he makes 50% more than Ocean. And I was like, I'm never setting foot in a Lululemon store.
Why? And of course.
I don't understand. Maybe it was the editorial commentary of the person writing the article where I read it. I have no idea, but I was like, wow. Okay. So, but my point of that whole thing is, Lululemon knows exactly who they're calling to. And if 55-year-old wrinkly gray-haired me wants to actually go and buy Lululemon, so be it. They're not going to be like, oh, excuse me. Do you check off the, Scott, I adore the blondes in the Zoom room.
Hey,
Hi, Scott Conway.
Hi, Scott with 1 T. Love you.
I love that.
Of course you do, Grandmaster. Okay. So, God.
That's great.
So the point is, there's not a person standing at the Lululemon door, like checking the boxes to make sure you're in the right age group and you do yoga and you have the right income. They'll sell to whoever walks in the store. But in terms of their messaging and their marketing, they are clear about their demographic and how their demographic thinks and feels about themselves and the world, how that demographic is interacting in the world, right? Most entrepreneurs have no freaking clue.
Right.
They
And
have no clue.
they're so successful is because they've identified that, and all, like you said, all of their communication speaks to Ocean.
Right.
Or people who want to be like Ocean. Or
yes. Aspiring Oceans, like, or I used to be her. I'm not anymore, but I used to be her.
I have a funny story about Lululemon. Years ago, I went in there. I tried on. It was in a Lululemon change room where I started crying. Oh my God, I'm trying on sweats and I can't even get them up.
I'm a has-been.
Oh my. I was like, not a happy Ocean. So
That's hilarious.
I got so mad. I left. Anyway, I always have that anchor to Lululemon.
There you go.
Well, now
So
you're
back to the gift. Let me put this out there. The other thing that is really missing for most entrepreneurs is they don't reverse engineer their life. So they don't really know what their motivation is and what their purpose is and what their impact is. So for me, it really is all about knowing first, what are my motivation? Like, why am I getting up out of bed every single day? What is motivating me to make the changes that I need to get from where I am to where I'm going? Second is I need to have a goal that matters. I need to have a goal that has an impact. And my clients actually track their philanthropy, not their income. So they had set a philanthropic goal that's based on an income goal. But the question is, how you doing? How you doing on that impact goal? Have you made your commitment? Did you make your monthly donation? Did you do it? They're like, well, I couldn't quite come up with, no, did you do it? I don't care if it's $1. If you say you're committed to a cause, you get committed and you do $1, if that's all you can figure out to do. Because we can all find $5 to give to our passion project if it's really a passion project, right? So that's the second module, is all about setting a goal that matters and being connected to your impact. The third thing is really getting in touch with your own values and what are the 5 most important critical values for you, your non-negotiables, because you want every referral partner, every joint venture partner, and every single client to be in alignment with your values, because then you have a happy life. And that's what gives you financial freedom and the time to enjoy it, because you're not really dealing with people that don't get you. So you're not having to explain yourself, and you're not having to change the way you do business or change anything to be able to keep them. They want to be with you because they love what you're up to and they love who you are. And then finally, we're going to, in the gift, the 5th module is we're going to go ahead and we're going to develop your avatar. So I'm going to show you an exercise so you can find your avatar. So it's a $497 gift. It's yours absolutely free, but wait, because I know that in these gift giveaways, like I downloaded a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't do anything with, right? Mm-hmm. So I decided I'm going to get in front of that challenge. And so I think it's September 15, 22, 29, and then the first Tuesday in October, I'm going to be online on Zoom from 3 to 4:30 Central Time doing a Q&A on these modules. So if you really want to be held accountable to the modules, you'll be getting some accountability emails. Plus, I'm going to kind of expect that when you do it, you're going to join the group and you're going to come in and you're going to coach with us. So I'm also giving away those 4 weeks of customized group coaching that goes with this. So a little bit of online, a little bit of personal time, because I really think that this will make a big difference in people's businesses.
That's really generous of you to give your time. And if those of you who don't know Virginia, you're probably already picking up on her vibe, but she is dynamic and is in the most loving, best way possible, will kick your butt exactly the way you need to get it done.
With permission.
With permission.
You know, soft limits, hard limits, all that kind of stuff, but I'll kick your butt. No problem.
If you can take it.
Oh,
Virginia.
Can't wait till we can have a glass of wine again. Or sit on a beach like we did during the market.
I'll tell you though, Corey, you know what started happening? All of a sudden I started putting on the COVID-19, you know, like the freshman 15. I started putting on the COVID-19. I was like, what is wrong? And my husband's like, does wine have calories? Because you've been consuming a lot of that. And I was like, oh, all right. Today I sent him on a quest for lime seltzer water. I was like, seltzer, baby. I'm like, yeah, I got to stop that. I got to stop it. I'm getting, chunky monkey over here.
Awesome. All right, Virginia, are you ready for your fun random question?
Yes.
Here it is.
Okay.
If you could pick 3 famous people to be part of your entourage, who would they be?
Oh, Corey Fassett, Krista Inakovsky, and Michelle Nedelec. I mean, who else?
Perfect answers. Thank you, Virginia. I'm part of that.
I'm talking to you and Michelle.
It's always a pleasure to chat with you. And Virginia's also has been one of our coaches during JVology Live. And what I would hear from people, like what Krista said, she will not buy your excuses. So if you want to be held accountable and do what you say you're going to do, you want to work with Virginia. So over in JVology giveaway.com, and Virginia, you're under lead generation. So
lead generation. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Her gift, quit prospecting, get referrals, how to get clients who object less, buy more, and share you with everyone they meet. Go get her gift valued at $497 and work with her. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your afternoon, and I can't wait to see everybody in my Zoom room.
Yay!
Yay!
Bye.
seriously, Michelle, that rocks. I love it so much.
The JVology team has been having so much fun with the. Are you okay? Okay, sorry.
Crash.
Crash. We've been having so much fun with Michelle's creativity and creating these amazing commercials, and that one got us all a big chuckle this morning. So don't be alone, Wolf. Join the pack.
We're watching it and we're like, that is awesome. That's so much fun. I love the music and the energy, and I don't know, you just pull that off so effortlessly. So impressive.
Awesome. All right. Oh, we're changing up colors. We are
Orange. Kind of like that. That works with my thing I'm wearing. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm still stuck on the Lululemon. I didn't know about all that. That's really fascinating.
Well, and the interesting thing is, because they nailed it so precisely with their avatar named Ocean, they can sell $130 yoga pants.
Oh, yeah. That probably cost $4 to make.
Probably. Their big claim to fame is they were the first ones to make that the material wasn't see-through. When you down dog, that you didn't get a show of your white underwear through the black pants.
Right.
They created a material that was privatized.
Yeah, they do have good stuff.
Yeah, they do have great stuff. All right, we are ready to bring in our next guest expert contributor. Kate, how are you? Are you laughing? I heard you. I can see it.
She is. Hi, Kate.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I know so many people who had used Lululemon, and that was their one reason for buying it.
Oh, you have to build a down dog with confidence.
Yes. Especially if there's pictures being taken for media, etc., which has happened a few times, actually.
Indeed. So welcome, Kate. Where are you zooming in from?
Los Angeles.
Beautiful.
Very hot. As a matter of fact, I'm at our house because our building we're having rolling blackouts in California. And so our building is out for the afternoon. So ran back home, and here I am.
And here you are. Well, beautiful. Tell us what you do and who you are.
So my name is Kate Helmers with yourtankeys.com, and I'm a strategic energetic business expert, which means that for some reason I can read people's energy on how they get to their goals. So whether it's the words they use in advertising, or which social media they use, or what options will get them to their goals and will not get them to their goals. And it opens up kind of like a book to me. It's just so clear. So when I'm working with clients, even say in contracts with executives, I can tell them what's not beneficial in the contract so that they can have that taken out, and have saved millions and millions of dollars. And I brought that to online courses. And so we have courses, everything from gifts to all the way to how to get to your goals, how to make it profitable. And that's where the Perfect Media Guest Blueprint came in, because of course, media is free, yay! And it's so profitable for clients, but so many clients and executives too, entrepreneurs, coaches, authors, they were just reticent to get on camera and didn't know how to do it, and didn't know what to say and how to get in touch with producers. So this was one of the things that I could give to people, how to do it.
That's really smart, because we have a lot of more opportunities now to be seen than ever before, and not everyone's comfortable with it. And yet it's a huge opportunity. So to be able to get some guidance and coaching on how to show up, it can really take someone to the next level, from instead of hiding to actually get out there.
Right. And I have experience in not being able to get in front of a camera. I was always behind the camera. I grew up in Hollywood, California, and so many of my friends were in acting or producing or directing, and I was always behind the camera, kind of organizing everything and or letting them know what projects to work on, what projects not to work on, etc. And so when I was asked to get in front of the camera, it didn't make sense to me. I just froze. And I learned from different producers that I knew exactly what steps to take in order to be comfortable in front of the camera, and what to say, the things that they hate, the things that will not get you back as a guest. And that's actually one of the things that's so cool, is that once you're on a show and you're successful on a show, they're looking for people. So they want you back, like the next course you have or something. So that's what we teach, is how to be the perfect media guest so that you'll be introduced back over and over and over.
Is there a tip you can give us that you would tell someone, like what's one thing that they could do?
Okay.
I'm curious.
First of all, yes. Two things I'll tell you right off the bat that are producers' biggest peeves. And I know for you guys, Corey and Krista, this is actually going to be a shock for you, because this was a shock for me, that people would get on shows and they'd say something like, "Hi, Susie and Kim, how you doing?" And as the host, you're thinking, wait, who are Susie and Kim? And then the audience is saying, who? Like, the people trying to get on the show don't remember the hosts' names, don't remember the producers' names. And it just completely blows the interview. And so the first tip is learn people's names. Right. And if you can't remember, put a big sign up so that you can remember. And when you're going to email a producer to ask them to be on the show, use their right name, because man, if you misspell it, it's so easy to look up on Google now, but if you misspell it, you're not getting on. And the second thing is, and this was from morning shows, Oprah show, etc., people would show up late. Can you imagine showing up
for
late
live TV?
For live TV, they would show up late. And of course, you will never, I don't care how big a star you are never getting back on that show. So be early, be on time, and have fun.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think the have fun part is a big part of it. And for people who are nervous, it's hard to have fun. So there's some work to be done to get there.
Right. Exactly.
And it's different than getting up on a stage and speaking. Right?
Yes.
Like you might have someone who's has great stage presence, but perhaps that doesn't translate as well to media, or vice versa.
Is that I have found that the most intimidating thing for clients, and I've worked with over 50% of the companies in the Fortune 200, executives, directors, managers, etc., in some capacity, on the energetic side, on just figuring out how to be more profitable, etc.
Yeah.
And there have been so many directors, managers, VPs, executives, like CEOs of major corporations that can talk to 5,000 people without a problem. And they get in front of that one camera lens and they're completely intimidated. And what I have found is for, just everyday people like us, that if you can master the camera, and we give all kinds of tips how to do that in the Perfect Media Guest Blueprint, then you can get up in front of any CEO. Mm-hmm. Like the camera is the hardest thing to do.
That's great. That's great. It's also quite different when you're on and talking to people like this. So, we are having a live interaction. So I think that takes the nerve down for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. That's a very different story when you're standing and going, simply to a camera with no one there, with no response, no feedback. That's when can be very, very intimidating for people. So there's always different scenarios. It's great that you are bringing our attention to it. It can help people with whichever, all of the above, right? There'll be a time for each one of these.
So I have a question for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, please.
What are one or two times that you guys have been just flummoxed in front of a camera, in front of an audience, etc.? Has there been a time, or did it just come naturally?
Well, for me, many years ago, I took a facilitator training course, and we had to create our own whole experiential learning seminar at the end, a whole weekend. And we had to go out and market it and everything. And we got lucky to get on this little local show in Calgary where we were interviewed. It was like the local Calgary show, right? And so they're like, Corey, you're going to do it. There was like 4 of us. And I'm like, oh my, why am I doing it? So I hopped on there. But what was funny is they gave me these little headphones to wear. And I was nervous, but I knew preparation, right? I knew what it was I had to say. So I was just had that rolling in my head. But they put these little earbuds on me that had talking coming in accidentally from people all over the place. And so the host was talking to me, and I was having I said, I'm here. I said to him, I'm sorry, but I'm hearing voices in my head. He's like, oh, we're not here to help you with that. Like, can you just tell us about the seminar? I'm like, no, I'm actually hearing voices. So it was very awkward, and I was embarrassed because I'm like, I didn't know how to, but it turned out fine. But that kind of scared me.
I bet it did. I bet it did.
Any more challenges, that's for sure.
How about you, Krista?
I grew up as a professional dancer, so I've been on stages, and I'm pretty comfortable here.
So it just came naturally.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I'll say there's a lot of training involved.
Right.
But yes, the speaking and all of that came with it.
Well, Corey and I envy you on that.
Yeah, because it's not the same as getting up on a stage. So I think you offer something really, really valuable. I might check that out.
Thank you.
Yes. And so, Kate, it's time for your fun random question, which is, if you got a brand sponsorship, which brand would you choose?
If I got a brand sponsorship, which brand would I choose? Wow, that's a really hard one because energetically, I feel some of the energy of the executives sometimes.
Oh,
yeah, I know. And so I would say, gosh, I don't know why Oprah keeps coming to mind. Like her movies, her, not just the Oprah show, but her brand as far as movies and magazine and bringing good energy to people.
Yeah.
So she always comes out with very interesting movies. And I know that sometimes she's disappointed that people don't go see them because sometimes they're very serious. But they really bring some things to the forefront, and being able to change the energy from, you know, not so good things happening to really, really good things happening. Can really be a good thing. So
she would be a good, for media, she would be the best choice, right?
That's true. That's true.
Thank you so much, Kate. We really appreciate you being here. And you'll find Kate under sales in JVologyGiveaway.com for gifts. Learn how to get free interviews that sell. So the perfect media guest blueprint, go check out her gift valued at $197. And thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks, Corey. Thanks, Krista. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Oh, well, hi there. Never quite know who's coming back. That was a perfect reminder that the 5-partner and 5-day challenge is coming up next week. So go ahead and click and get yourself registered, signed up, and join the challenge, because I have no idea. I'm looking at the comments a little bit after the fact. I'm like, why is Jay talking about a Porsche? But he's definitely talking about which brand he would want representing him if he could have one. Hands down, no brainer. He would choose Porsche. All right. So are we ready, Corey?
We're ready. Let's do it.
I'm liking the blue.
I like the blue too.
Hi,
hello, Corey. Hello, Krista.
So good.
Hello.
Well, welcome to the JVology giveaway. Where are you calling in?
Oh, I'm in Germany, Nuremberg, the country of the Porsche.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
On that comment, then.
Yes, he knew. He figured.
Yeah, it's beautiful there.
Thank you. Yes, it is.
So, will you tell us about yourself?
Wow, I've been in the US for 20 years and came back to Germany. I'm doing a lot of visual work, and I love it. And the COVID is bringing fun back to me because I can stay connected to the Americans again, because there's not school in the morning to get up to. No, I support people in finding clarity, really, to find your mission, purpose, and passion. And it's not just really people, but for whole humanity. That's so my big driver.
And
So tell me a little bit more about that. Expand.
yeah.
Yeah, it's for me, it's very important to bring people back to their natural state, where we can feel very comfortable in our surrounding, not just in our house, but in relationship with someone else, and also notice what is going on and trust oneself on the intuition and where your body moves you.
Ah.
And so I'm reading your info, Ignite Your Glow.
Yes.
And I find too that we're attracted to people who are in touch with that, right? Like they attract people, or they walk in a room and it's like there's something about somebody that you're just attracted to their energy. And is that a part of that?
Yes, for
what
sure.
you work with people on?
I think that is a person who is very aware, first of all, themselves, and very clear. So I call those people that walk their knowledge. They live their own truth. Nothing can weaver them. They're really so passionate about who they are and what they're bringing to the world. And I think when they walk into a place, the shoulders fall back, and there is just this beautiful, soft, gentle surety, that oozes out of them, that emanates, and that's what gives other people. They do then the second look. They notice it and they can sense it, and they start questioning, what does this person really have? I'm intrigued. I want to know more. And that's what I love to bring back to people, that they have that about themselves, to see their own beauty in a way, right? And then if it's easy in them, they see it in another person and in the world, or even our planet.
I love that, and I'm curious, is this something that comes naturally? It does for some people, but can you teach that? You can draw it out, you can help inspire someone to get in touch with that feeling? Yes.
And I believe the first thing is to observe become aware of oneself, observe how you feel. If you tighten up in certain situations, to observe, what is your rhythm? What do you love to do? How do you breathe? How do you sit? They're very simple things. Do you feel comfortable the way you sit, or the way you stand? Or did you take on a position because, other people told you how to do it? And that's what I meant, this guy, the person who has the surety, they don't care what others tell them. They do what is right for them, what feels the easiest to do, and to create momentum. And I'm bringing a little bit of this into the gift, to watch your own rhythm, to acknowledge what is your own rhythm, to get clarity about that. And then I did it in the mini-series, the 3 videos, 20 minutes long. And then another one, practice. What do you really sense? And it is a practice below, behind you, above you, right? That you really can draw also in support, that you sense that you're not alone. That is very important.
Yes.
How to step into your own light. So if you recognize yourself and what you're good in, what your gift is, then it's easier to set a step forward, to go into motion, to create unending momentum. And it's a very easy thing to do. And then you radiate that out, and others want to know more about you. That's very practical. And the woman before me, right, she was speaking about that. Then you're good on stage. You're good in front of a podcast, because you always know what to say, because it comes from you. It's nothing that you had to train or memorize, because it's so natural for you to speak about it.
Tell us about your gift. I love all that you're saying. Now, explain more about what the Ignite Your Glow is.
Yeah, so in ignition, I always say, it's really the decision. The ignition is, you turn on the motor. We were talking about a car, right? The Porsche before. and how fast you want to speed, and that you see what you're sitting in, that you sense the leather. It's why do you drive a car like this? And everything is done so beautiful and has been thought out and has been created with precision. And so if you ignite your own desire to create that within you and the same for others, then this happens. And this is what I'm trying to help people to say yes to themselves and yes to their own wisdom, and to send that out into the world as a messenger, for example, or a coach. And it will help you a little bit to get to know yourself a little bit more and to become more comfortable, and then you don't need so much energy and tightness to hold together something that is not part of you.
Right. And like you said, it's more effortless. When you were talking, I'm thinking the one thing I've always been told, like when getting massages and things, is I'm a shallow breather. So I'm always trying to just like that breath is so important, because I can be calm and everything, but if I'm like the body responds in a stressed way. So
and you also breathe with all parts of your body, right? You can feel it when you breathe. Do you really breathe all the way into your arms? And your skin, it takes in breath and breathes out, right? It's sweating other way. So taking a moment just to get to know yourself creates a lot of change in seconds.
That's beautiful and very, very helpful for so many of our listeners that should take advantage of this beautiful gift. Lena, it's time for your fun random question. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. If you had to live on another planet, which one would you live on and why? And we're gonna like have a little space for the fact that there might be too hot or too cold. Like we're just, this is just for fun. Don't get too real.
I know that where this is coming from. I do channel. I'm a channel and a medium. So it's a Sirius. I would go there. To Sirius. I would like to go to that planet and to stay for a little while.
All right.
Or a long while right now.
Yeah, I've been there before, but to stay longer.
Oh, thank you so much for being here today with us, Mylene, and over in Health and Wellness. Yeah, you too, all the way from Germany. Over in Health and Wellness and JVologyGiveaway.com, ignite your glow. So check out Mylene's gift and click on Get Gift. And if anything she said resonated with you, take this opportunity to find out more. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
All right. Where'd she go? There you are. So I get to introduce, or wait, not yet?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you want to say something first?
Nope.
Okay. So I get to introduce our very own Krista Inakovsky, and she's our next interview in this giveaway. Now, I know that those of you in the JVology community know Krista, but not everybody here knows you, Krista. So let's start with telling us who you are. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do.
All right. So from most of the time, and most people know me here as the Director of Member Care at JVology. So I love my role here, getting to connect with all the members. And I also have my own coaching business that is Empowered Teen Confidence. So it is all about bringing a much, much needed self-love, self-confidence, connection, and communication to middle school and high school age girls.
And I imagine your own daughter may have had something to do with you getting into this. I'm just guessing.
Just guessing. Yes, actually. I have two teens myself, a son and a daughter. And this all the skills that I've had before, it just kind of came to me like, you know what? Our teens need this now, especially those middle school years are very transitional. They're impressionable. Everything's changing. Their brain, their body, they're just the school that they're in. So much is happening during those critical years. And as parents, we want the best for our kids. We want them to be happy and self-confident, and really step into who they're going to be someday. And so I created Empowered Teen Confidence. And yes, my daughter's been a part of the groups that I lead. And the cool thing is I do it in a small group format intentionally so that the girls are in peer groups. I use all of my mastermind training that I've done through JVology or through J at Mastermind to Millions, and been leading masterminds for professionals and entrepreneurs for years, and taking that same concept and that same idea of bringing kids together in a safe environment and encouraging them to think for themselves, to have out of the box ideas, a place where there's no right or wrong, yes or no, or one way to do it, but it's saying, well, that's an interesting way to think of things, and really allowing them to bring out the best within themselves. And it's just so incredibly needed now more than ever.
Yeah. And do you work mostly with girls or both, girls and boys?
With girls. I thought I might, for now, I'm just going to hold with that. That's where this all.
Well, they have different issues, right? I mean, I have teenage boy. I have two boys, one teenager, and what he's going through, I think, would be different than a girl his age. So that's why I was curious if they can come together or if it's better to keep it separate.
Yeah, they're separate. They are definitely separate. That's the niche that I've been working with. And I do both I do have some one-on-one clients, but this cool thing about bringing kids together in a group, and now it's all virtual. Honestly, originally when I started the program, it was an in-person. We would meet weekly together in a cool environment where the girls would get to have this experiential movement, yoga, meditation. I use all sorts of different tools, journaling, writing, talking, role play, conversations, what happened in school and how do we change that up? And what do you think that it could look like? And just getting them involved on as many planes and physical, mental, creative levels possible, so that whatever's going to resonate with them will resonate. And now we're doing all of this virtually, which is great because I have clients from all over the place. And it creates something pretty cool. There's still small groups, but the girls are getting to know people from other cities and other states and other, it just adds a richness to their experience.
Absolutely. That's interesting. And being a mom of a teen, I'm sure parents really appreciate that you offer this because it's hard. It's nice to have somebody out there who can help guide them along with, us, but they don't always listen to mom and dad, right? When it comes to
part of it.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's, and no matter how great we are as parents, so great.
We're not. Some days are better than others.
Right. But our kids need to have an adult role model or person in their life that is not a teacher and not a parent, because parents and teachers have different expectations. And so that creates a different dynamic for them. And so to have, sometimes it's the coach or the director of the theater program. And luckily I get to be that for a lot of young ladies as well, that confidant that they can trust and rely on and open up to and share things that just may not be comfortable to be expressing with their parents.
Yeah. Well, tell us about your gift. What is it?
Okie dokie. So Happy Teens and Parents is all about creating. First, we're going to look at stress. I've got a great video. This is all easy to consume stuff. It's both for the parents and for the kids. Parents, you can watch. We've got to get the stress under control first so that there is, we're releasing the anxiety, the overwhelm, the tension, the, eliminating some of those mood swings and just helping them come to a place of, I've got this. And then I introduce confidence in a fun and easy activity sheet that you can read through with your kid, ask some questions. I've got some questions there for you, so it becomes an interactive engagement between you and your teen or tween. What confidence is. We talk about both intrinsic self-confidence as well as external self-confidence and how to start building that. So it's just a great jumpstart for the conversation that parents and teens can have to be happy. And again, that's all we want. I'm sure we want to do it, but that's a good place to start.
That is. And confidence, I love that. I mean, I wish I had something like that when I was younger. I really do. I think that I know I would have, my friends, we would have probably, well, I don't know. I think we would have jumped on it, but you know, as a teenager, I don't remember. I think anything to help with confidence is good, especially at that age.
It is. And for me, it starts with self-love. So, and understanding their emotions and who they are. And my big thing is letting them know that they are the powerful creator of their life and that they are the one in control and how they experience life and view life and life is created, that is all up to them, and giving them the tools and how to be that power source and not just lay back and let life happen to them.
Yeah.
So it's really, the timing is incredibly perfect now that we have a lot of people that are schooling from home, right? They're schooling from home, they're distance learning, they're on their devices. So to come together in this virtual group is just a great opportunity. I'd love for all of you, if you happen to have any relationship with tweens or teens, take advantage of the gift, share it, pass it along to someone, and I look forward to talking to you about it more.
Fantastic. Thank you. Well, I think we're going to ask you a question. Let's see. Michelle's got a few of them. Let's go with the holiday. If you could create one holiday, what would you create?
Oh,
like a dream holiday.
Like a vacation holiday or a holiday like Christmas?
Like
Christmas. Okay.
She's nodding. I'm like, I don't know.
It would have to have a lot of similarities to Christmas. There's going to be their own theme music. There's definitely going to be decorations, lights, and a reason for everyone to get together and dance.
And good music, right?
Good music.
I knew it.
Like National Unicorn Day.
It sounds like a fun Christmas.
Hey, why not?
Thank you, Krista. So for Krista's gift over at JVologyGiveaway.com, she's under lead generation, happy, confident, thriving teens and parents. Click on Get Gift and check out what she's doing, because it sounds pretty amazing for all of our teens and tweens girls out there. Thank you so much for sharing.
And we're back.
There, and we're back.
I'm pretty sure my gift's under personal development.
Oh, is it? Oh, you know what? Maybe this part didn't get changed. It says lead generation on my thing, but I was thinking that didn't really fit. It doesn't
really make sense at all, because we're talking about developing
I thought that was kind of
happy,
weird.
wonderful teenagers. So I think it's there.
So personal development for Krista's gift.
All right. It is time to bring on Elaine Gibson, who is also a fabulous
excited to be here with you all.
And someone else whose gift I just got this morning, and I'm really looking forward to.
Oh, good! Yay! I'm so excited.
I know I'm your demographic, but I was sharing it with my daughter and saying, "Wow, look, we're going to get all these awesome, healthy smoothie." Some recipes, some ways to be healthy.
65 recipes you will love and have forever.
Oh my gosh.
Life-changing.
Excited about that. All right, well, before we get into that, I know I'm a little bit out of the bag, but I was just excited to share with you, because I was like, this is awesome. I'm really going to use this and
so excited.
Detox.
Yes.
Yeah. So Elaine, please tell us who you are and about your amazing company. I just love watching what you're producing right now.
Thank you so much. So my name's Elaine Gibson, and I am a healthy lifestyle designer and expert. And basically, I help women and some very smart men kind of really disrupt their status quo, because, I mean, you know, everybody's exhausted and confused and carrying around extra pounds, and especially now, really concentrating and concerned about their health. So what we do over here at Renewed Living is help people take on and create new, healthy lifestyle patterns and habits that they will own forever. No gimmicks, no, quickly and naturally. And these naturally produce what I lovingly think about is, listen, I believe everybody should enjoy optimal health, vitality, and joy every moment of every day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we put you back in control, and, you know, no more fads, no more, just quickly and naturally. And I got to tell you, the best part about what we do is you don't even have to give up chocolate.
Oh,
Yeah.
Someone who knows women well.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So we have, I've taken our basic detox program. We have seasonal. So we're going into, we're finishing up the summer. So we're delivering the fall, basic fall seasonal detox. And it's an 11-day clean eating program that will help you figure out which foods work well for you and which foods do not. And they're equally as important, because, listen, there's so much conflicting information out there that it makes me like crazy. So we've done that. So this has been a favorite with our community for quite a while, and I'm excited about it. I was really excited about this opportunity to give a program away. Who does that? JVology, that's why I'm here, right? For life. You all have me for life now.
That's great. We're so lucky. I love your passion and commitment to this. This is not just like a nice idea. You are committed to your soul from your experience, right. and everything that you do is about this true desire to help people be healthy and take it on as a full lifestyle, not just one or two elements.
Yes, I'm glad you picked that up. Thank you. I appreciate it. Not everybody gets it. Yes, this is a lifestyle. Listen, very, very quickly in 2008, they said, sorry, honey, we don't think you're going to be around to see your grandchildren grow up. And I went, oh, I don't think so. I mean, who in the world would tell a Jewish grandmother from New York she's not going to see her grandchildren? I mean, like, what about this do you not get? So I basically went on a journey to figure out what's the foundation of health. And obviously I figured it out. And you're right, Chris, I'm really so passionate. And what we've done is taken everything that we do here in our home, my husband Devin and I, that we do morning, noon, and night. It's the little things. And the thing that sets us apart is that we have done it. We have done it. So anybody that's looking to follow in the footsteps of somebody that's, listen, I've got all the badges. I'm a lifetime Weight Watchers. I'm a lifetime Jenny Craig. My mother and I did the rye bread diet when she was alive. I mean, it's crazy. There's so much.
There's lots.
Ads and all that. Yeah, so listen, I have done it. So taking everything that we do, morning, noon, and night, cuts through time and money and just really, listen, I'm 75 years old. Okay, so I live in a 55 and over resort in the Blue Ridge Mountains in Virginia. Everybody around me is retired and they're going, Lane, why are you not retired? And I can't. As long as I have the ability to really empower people to own the information, I can't. Listen, it's not that I don't play. Trust me.
You have fun, plenty of fun too. and you're committed to your mission.
I am, and I'm committed to empowering women, and I really do work mostly with women in my private work, so that they can be their best and not be filled with the things that hold back their magic.
And you know, Elaine, this morning, in fact, I said to Krista, I went to a movie with my son yesterday, and I've been eating really actually quite clean, and I've identified the foods that I'm supposed to stay away from, and the night and day difference in having that in my body and not having it in my body. But then I just have a little something like popcorn and pop at the movie. And this morning I woke up with this little headache, and I was just feeling like, what's the matter with me? So it's key, like what we put in our bodies, and then noticing just the littlest thing and how it triggers that.
Yeah, that's awesome. But you know, what's happened to you, Corey, is that you're getting your body to a point where you are recognizing when it speaks to you.
Yeah, before I just
exactly
didn't even pay attention to it.
Exactly. Maybe you woke up from having the pop and the popcorn. You couldn't get your rings off because you had salt. Those are all things that matter.
Yeah,
like, really, really, really matter. So,
That's important work, and love how you've put it all together to make it easy to use for us with all these recipes, ways to just make the whole lifestyle work. Right? No fads, make the lifestyle work.
Right.
So are you ready, Elaine, for your fun random question?
I don't know.
Everybody gets a different one.
Okay, let's see.
If you could turn the ocean into any liquid other than water, what would it be? There are no right answers.
Any liquid other than water.
Whoa.
I would turn it into liquid gold.
Oh,
that never even crossed my mind.
I'm gonna go dive into that one.
I had margaritas on the brain, but liquid gold.
I know, but well, you know, I got so clean that I gave up drinking because my body couldn't handle it. So I get very, you know, it's really funny because the cleaner your cells get, the deeper your thoughts are, because you're cleaning away all the stuff that puts barriers into the depth of where you're going. So for me, I would create a sea filled of liquid gold that represented love and all the things that we want to do, and harmony and things like that. It would be.
I love that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
And this is a fantastic gift over under health and wellness at JVologyGiveaway.com, the Renewed Living Detox. So go check out Elaine Gibson, get gift valued at $97, get healthy. It all sounds so good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for everything you do. Bye-bye. Love you all.
All right, that's a great reminder that the Jumpstart Challenge starts on Monday. Make sure you sign up right now. That way you will have all the information you need to get 5 JV partners in 5 days.
5 days.
Following along and just dive in and get to know this community and make your business so much more fun. Hello, Angela.
Hi.
Hi, Ange.
I'm not Dr. Turbine.
You're not.
And I'm not a gastroenterologist.
But you're going to play on TV.
Totally.
But
I am
we all
so
know
sorry.
you know all about this. So.
Well, what happened was he got called to the hospital on emergency. So here I am. So and it's funny because I had people emailing me this morning. They were so excited. I broadcasted this. I said, everybody, he's going to be on because he hasn't been on for a while. And so they were all, emailing back. We're so excited. We're going to tune in. And hi, guys.
Well, we're happy you're here.
It's fine. You know what? We've got a lot of things going on in the background right now, so he'll be on again soon. We have a podcast cooking up, and he's got a new program coming out with for SIBO Success Formula.
Yes, you got it.
So yeah.
Right. Well,
Nice.
so Showcase, tell us what the gift is, who needs it. It's a perfect gift for health and wellness. You contributed last time. You've got something a little bit different this time. I was in there getting access to it this morning. I was like, wow, this is really great stuff.
It is really great stuff. So the 7 Days of Awesome is an incredible program. It's based on the 21-day program. It's our original program, but we've shortened it. We've condensed it because, you know, everybody's busy. Everybody's got short attention spans. So we tried to cram all the important stuff into that 1 week. And then people can take that information and then build it out as they want. So it starts off with day 1 is Jay Fissette, your very own, yours truly. And he's talking about mindset, the importance of mindset, and how you have to have that framework just to even, you know, accomplish your health goals. And then the next day is community. It's really important to have support. It's important to have people around you and that infrastructure so you can start feeling better sooner. And then diet, of course, is the cornerstone of health. And Dr. Turbide talks about that. He knows a ton about diet. Unlike a lot of gastroenterologists, unfortunately, they just don't have that experience and they don't have that education. And he spent so much time, you know, just understanding fully nutrients and how it impacts everything. And so he's there for that. Then we have exercise with Michelle Cameron Culture, who's our sweetheart. We love her. Yeah, she's an incredible part of our program. And then we have stress, which is an important thing to understand how that plays into your health and, you know, determines whether or not you're going to feel better in the future. Is just that stress management piece. And then sleep. The only time that your body actually produces the hormone that repairs your body is when you sleep. So a lot of people have sleep struggle. And so Dr. Turbide talks about how you can mitigate some of those issues. And then the last day is goal setting. So we just kind of like, you know, bring it all together. And then how are you going to continue with this new lifestyle? And then including some bonuses. We put in some recipes so nobody feels stuck. We got 0 equipment workout videos, so you don't have to have any equipment at all. You can use the only way to your own body weight for a full body workout, and then manifestation ebook. So it's packed.
That is so comprehensive. I mean,
it is.
Whole gamut right there.
Yeah. So our philosophy at Achieve True Health is like that whole holistic view of health. So it's not just a clinical thing.
And is that over 7 days over a certain period of time? Is it 7 days like all in a row, or is it spread out?
No, it's all in a row. And the thing about it is it's back to it's we don't drip it. We allow people to access the entire program at once, so they can binge it if they want. A lot of people binge.
Like why wait for the next day? Just when you're on a roll, stick with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's what our gift is. It's a culmination of years of research and development. We hired a lot of professionals from all corners of the earth to bring this information, distilled it down into the best possible stuff, and then just wanted to offer that up to everybody.
And I know that, I mean, a lot of the work you guys do is repairing the gut. And is that kind of, can you speak a bit to that? Like, that's really where all of our troubles start, right?
Yes. Yeah, totally. Like most, I would say all, but I'm not a doctor. I can't say that. Chronic condition is born in the gut. So if you can repair that intestinal lining, you're going to prevent inflammation from accumulating in your system, and you're going to prevent illness and possibly even reverse illness that you may already have. So it is really, really important. We have been working with supplementation, which is actually a part of this program as well. We give you a supplement sheet of the top ones we recommend. For years, we've been doing that, and then now we have our own baby that's targeted specifically at repairing the gut lining. It's called Digestive Pro Plus. So that's exciting. Yeah.
And I know Jay's been giving that out with your testing and stuff like that to people, including his sister, and the feedback on it has been really positive.
Yeah. We get a lot of good feedback, and I'm on it. Dr. Turbide's on it. I don't know if you guys know this, but the reason we got started along this rabbit hole in the first place is because I was sick, and then I met him a year later and then found out that he was sick too. And so this is why we wanted to heal ourselves first, and then we realized that this was working on his patients. He's had tens of thousands of patients that he's seen in clinic, and so we just wanted to bring this to the public. That's how it was born.
That's awesome. And now more than ever, staying on top of our health is so very important. The stronger our immune system, our whole just like this internal strength is, the better. So thanks so much for putting together such a comprehensive look at total health that we can do over 7 days or less.
Yeah, or less.
Yeah. That's
or binge. Pick and choose.
And then you have to stick with it, right? You don't just do it for 7 days and be like, well, that was fun.
No.
You
know, it depends on who you are and where you're at. So some people need a lot more healing, and it takes time. It can take 3 to 6 months to actually repair that lining if it's really out of whack. But then some people, they just tweak their lifestyle and they still have wine and chocolate, and that's fine, It depends who you are and where you're at.
Good. All right, Angela, are you ready for the random question for you?
I am, yes.
All right, here it goes. Apparently we saved the best for last.
Are you going to ask it? Oh, I thought you were going to ask it.
I'm just laughing at how silly it is. That's I just want to watch Michelle's face down here. If you were a vegetable, what would it be?
Oh man. Oh, there's a lot of good reasons to choose a lot of good vegetables. I would say potatoes, probably, just because they're so versatile. You can do so many different things with them. And I really love French fries. That's kind of my vice. So I'd have to say potatoes.
Comfort food.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good one. Thank you, Angela. Achieve True Health. So over at JVologyGiveaway.com under health and wellness, and you'll see Dr. Christian Turbide. You'll see his picture and name there. Angela's been working with him for quite a long time, as she mentioned. 7 days of awesome. So value at $437. The program sounds fantastic, and I'm pretty sure that's one that I'm going to take advantage of. Click on Get Gift and head on down the road to wellness. I just added that little tagline in on my own. Thanks, Angela.
Thank you. See you.
We'll see you later.
And that's it. That concludes day 3. High five. Oh, no.
High five.
Wait, go. Other hand.
I don't know how to do this. But yeah, I was gonna say, I think Tony was coming on, and she
love Tony. Now it's a party.
Yeah, Tony, we didn't forget about you.
I love it.
I had you on my list. I thought, oh, maybe she's not coming.
Oh, I've got something to show you. This is because we're in Texas.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
How do you like them rascals?
She's got the cowgirl flair going on today.
I like your background too.
I figured I couldn't use the virtuals that I normally use on Zoom, so I brought in my Van Gogh.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, such a pleasure to have you on, Tony. We go way back and love having you as such a big part of our community. You are a Global Lounge host in qualification, just spreading joint ventures, JVology, our mission of I'll go first and we're better together to your cities in Texas. So welcome. Great to see you.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Been watching you avidly. You have an avid fan here.
Oh, good. So you're brilliant. You have so many different things that you do and can do and add value to, but let's talk specifically around what your gift is and why you chose that.
And, you know, thanks for asking, but it really comes down to this. I've been a producer, I've been a casting director, I've been behind the camera, which I actually feel a lot more comfortable behind the camera than I do still to this day, since I've been doing productions since the 70s. Dinosaurs were around. But but quite honestly, what it all comes down to, especially in our world of speakers, authors, healers, coaches, and entrepreneurs who are trying to get the word out, and even networkers. I mean, multi-level marketing, people who are networking, people who are trying to grow their business, they need to look good in front of a camera. So I focused all of our marketing and business design around starting with the person themselves. So whether it's a male or a female, we have a variety of things that start here with the lighting, with the camera, with the background, with the makeup, you know, where it hits you, with what you're going to say, with how you want to present yourself. And that's, you know, first impressions. So I have one of the sayings, mottos of our company is first impressions is what we do. And so that's why I picked Are You Camera Ready? Because number one, it's a lot of fun. Number two, I actually get, as we're doing either, you know, surrounding or camera makeovers, makeup makeovers, you know, I'm showing people how to put on their makeup and where to the highlight and where to do the contours. And for us over 65 people, where to get our chin lines done right. You guys don't have to worry about this. So there are secrets of the trade, you know, when you do makeup that can help you look so much better. And then that leads to being respected, and that leads to being to looking like you mean business. And that means it just has so many connotations when you give it that little bit of extra effort. Mm-hmm. So, and it's much easier to watch, you know, to sit and watch, you know, if you're doing a course, for example, and you've got 6 chapters and each chapter has 4 videos, you've got to keep it interesting. I mean, you're dating that person, you know what I'm saying? And if they're going to watch 27 videos by the end of the course, you don't want them to be like this. Right. So yeah, we've got to keep it interesting. And that's another thing. You notice how my husband used to say, don't talk with your hands full. But, you know, I use my hands for so much. And there's some just little tiny secrets. For example, if I lean back a little bit, and you can hear the difference in my voice and my tone. But if I'm trying to make a point, then we always take it to the front and get close to the microphone because it's so important that you're making this point, right? And so little tricks like that. And you know, people say, well, I wear glasses. I say, I do too. But you know what? Once in a while, you can look like you're really smart, you know, when you're using your glasses as a tool, you know. I've seen those gorgeous glasses.
There we go, Tony.
Was there
tell me more. And stay in the frame. That's probably another good tip. Tell me more.
Where it's all about
right.
I know, Krista, you look way better in glasses
because
than I do.
people are worried that they'll have, you know, the ring light in their glasses. And so I teach people how to measure how much you can get away with, right? It's always good. Oh, Corey, you're so good. It's always good. She's so funny. I love her. It's always good to know like what your range is, and always, if you guys are going to get glasses, make sure you get, you know, the ones that don't have what do you call it, the glare guard. The glare guard. So you don't see all the glare from your monitor and all that. But even if you're wearing glasses, there's ways to do your makeup so that your eyes still shine, they still come bright. One of the tricks, I'll tell you, a very, very simple one, is you get your little tiny fingers and you put them on the lightest shade. It could be white, it could be cream, it could be gold. Lightest shade, and you dab right there, right before you go on. And that
little dab will do you.
Do you see the dab now? You couldn't see it before, but you can see it now, right?
Ah,
Yeah. So just little things like that that draw more. You don't know that I have 7 colors on my eyes right now. There's 7 different. There's a blue, there's a gold, there's a gray, there's a silver. There's the shadows. And so, and we could make the fake lids as well if you've got the droopy lids coming down. So there's just all kinds of little tricks that you can use for the trade that are kind of fun. One of my favorites is this. I have 3 colors of lipstick on. The reason is that my top lip basically disappears when I'm speaking and all that, and my bottom lip is very thin. So you do the outline, and then you do the red color that's going to give you some life, right? And then right before you go on camera, you get a really nice little glittery, gleamy, glimmery gloss, and you just put it right on the bottom lip, and that poof, makes your lips pop up.
All this is it's not only is it fun, but confidence is a big part of this.
Oh yeah.
And when people feel insecure, and there's all these different things to think about, but the more little professional edge that they've learned and know that they're coming forward with the very best for them, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, I got this. I can do it, and then the delivery is better. And even I love this idea of like playing with the
Yes, because you're so intelligent.
Like
or
you can do a lot of things with glasses. Yeah,
I love it. I just love it. I've created a monster. But honestly, there is method to the madness, and I think the best thing that I can say, and I know we've only got a few minutes, but the best thing that I can say is that during this time when we're looking at you and you're allowing me to play at this level, which is a very intimate level, you have to trust what I'm saying, and you get to play with your own makeup, when you're doing this. But this isn't only for girls. This is also, I did, a lot of people don't know, I did Ben Nye the Science Guy. I did his makeup.
Seriously?
We had the Mars rover mission anniversary, and since I'm in Houston, he came down to NASA to do a special, and of course they wanted me to do his makeup. And one of my favorite stories is that one of the times that when I got there and I had all my makeup ready to do him, he's got tons and tons and tons of freckles, and you can't see them because we do our makeup, right? And so so the first thing he did is he said, well, okay, he says, before you touch me, let me see your hands. And I went like that, and he goes, okay, you can do my makeup. And I'm like, what was that about? He says, if you're wearing fake nails, you're not getting anywhere close to me.
Oh, really?
Because they harbor bacteria and blah, 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 blah. And he went on to a rant, and I'm like, I'm so glad I wasn't wearing fake nails.
I got rid of mine over COVID. I ripped them off one at a time as they started coming. And it's like, it just feels, I'm going to leave it. I'm like, well, I want to play guitar again. So that's my main, but it just feels better. Like they're breathing.
You have to see my guitar collection one of these days. I've got 7 concert collector's items.
Nice. Well, I'll be happy if I learn like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So I'm not quite there yet. But Tony, you also look really natural. Like I know it's for media, TV, or whatever. But I mean, you said you have all this stuff on, but you look beautiful. Like it doesn't look like you have all that on. So you all are good at it.
I'll give you the PayPal after the show. But no, thank you. I mean, that's you do, because especially in our field where we're asking people to trust us, not only with their confidence, but their business, plus their look and their feel and their signature talk. And people are putting a whole lot of weight behind what you say and what you're teaching them, because you don't know what you don't know, right? Yeah. And so that's where so many of our clients come from, is people who are entrepreneurs who either need to grow, need to get to the next level, which is exactly what JVology is all about, is using your connections and making connections to help your business leverage, or as we say in Canada, leverage. So this is what it is. It's more the trust and the relationship and the get to know you, get to trust you, and then get to buy from you. So this is what we're doing. We're offering, the very first step is it's a get to know you thing where I will help you set up, again, your camera, your lights, your what the framing situation is, how you want to look, and then I'll help you with some tips. And for men or women, and there's a lot of guys, we need to help you with that contour in here, because I can tell you were up late last night. And so that helps too. So, it's you're not going to look like Johnny Depp. Don't worry. You won't have the eyeshadow unless you want it. And then I can work on that. So that's kind of our way in. And during the entire event is basically I get to know your dreams and who you are and what you're trying to achieve. And it's like I always tell people, my superpower is I can see where you need to be and I know how to get you there. So that's where I get to. We'll find out if we like each other, and in worst case, you're going to end up with some fantastic makeup tips for you.
Oh, that's great. And it's really fun. Corey and I know that you do so much more than that. Like you said, that's just a fun way to get in with all of the different programs and services that you and your team offer. So this is really fantastic.
And I told you you're gonna know when the whole quarantine thing is over, because I'll finally be able to go back to the dentist and get that missing cap fixed.
Well,
I haven't been to the dentist.
Tony, you'll have to talk to Jay about that, because what he's been doing, he's got a dead hockey tooth and he's had it his whole adult life. And it's always in pictures and everything. It's always bothered him. And he's finally getting it fixed right now. So his smile is like totally different. So next time he smiles at you, just mention it. I love your teeth.
Yeah, you can tell how big I'll be. Okay, here comes the random.
Are you ready for your random question?
You bet.
Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. If you were a Siamese twin with one person, who would you choose?
If me? Oh, that's horrible. Now does that mean that I get to be with them all my life, or does that mean I have to pick one of us to kill?
You're stuck together.
Because that could be a different answer. Oh my goodness, that's a great question. Wow. Gosh, I'm such a loner, to tell you the truth. I can't handle being in a room with people like too much. You can't tell, but wow, this I have no idea. But
don't worry, it's not really going to happen. So there's not that much.
I totally enjoy two people, so we're going to be triplets. It's going to be Linda Kane, Dee Collins. Oh my gosh, we need to add Jonathan in there. What a hoot!
And here I'm thinking Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, I actually met him. Oh no, because I wouldn't be responsible for what I'd end up doing to my Siamese twin.
Tony. Okay, well, I think we'll stop it right there.
We'll have one of the Knights of Me. We'll have one person with 3 heads.
And pick the best body, right? Thank you, Tony. And I'm going to encourage everyone to take advantage of Tony's gift over at JVologyGiveaway.com. Tony Kaufman, are you camera ready? 5 steps to your best image. Click on Get Gift and have a chance to connect with this beautiful woman, Tony Kaufman.
Thank you, guys. Love you.
You're welcome. Oh, goodbye. That's funny. I thought we were out. I'm like, oh, hi.
Now we gotta say bye to everybody. Thank everyone for tuning in today to day 3 of the JVology giveaway. Make sure that you are going to the website to grab the gifts. These are only available through Sunday. So we have more amazing interviews the rest of the week. Grab those gifts. Just a little tip, you are going to get a lot. Whichever gifts you choose are going to be sent your way. So maybe just make a folder in your email, call it the giveaway as they come in, put them over to the side so you can remember who they are, and then get to them and give them the attention that you need, maybe over the weekend or when it best suits you. So that's a
good idea to put them in a separate folder. And tomorrow we're mostly Money Matters is our is our category. We have a few others mixed in, but I'm sure that's going to be a good day of interviews as well.
All right. So we'll see everybody back for Money Matters tomorrow at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. And if you haven't already, get signed up for the 5 Partners in 5 Day Challenge. It starts Monday. You can sign up right now at jvology.com/jumpstart, I believe. And
go there.
Get ready. Just start marking your calendars and get ready for JVology Live online, our 3-day, it's technically 3.5-day virtual event, not to be missed, the end of September. That is September 24th through 27th. Coming to you, no matter where you are in the world, make sure you are there to build your business, your reach, your impact, your influence by connecting with amazing people and learning the art and science of profitable joint venture partnership.
Yeah, we turn our home into a whole studio. It's like so cool.
It really is. It really is. We have such a good time. So we will see you there.
Yeah. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
This. Wait, hold on. High five.
Okay.
There it is. No, you're getting close.
Don't know how to do this.
More, other way.
There. Oh.
There it is.
Okay, wait.
High five.
Oh, high five. Go on, get me out of here.
All right, let's bring Michelle on. We've got to give a big shout out to Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle.